Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden yesterday met with, for more than 3 hours, of family members of still missing residents of the Surfside, Florida condominium that partially collapsed 1 week earlier. Biden also met with and thanked first responders looking for survivors in the rubble from the 12-story Tower South building, and stopped by a memorial wall covered with flowers and photos of the missing. He additionally received a briefing from officials, which was also attended by Governor Ron DeSantis and the mayor, and the state's two U.S. senators, Marco Rubio and Rick Scott. Biden pledged continued federal help and also said he believed the federal government has, quote, the power to pick up 100% of the cost of the search and cleanup.
Okay.
Wow. That's incredible. Here he goes meeting with some of the first responders.
What you're doing here is incredible. Having to deal with the uncertainty and worrying about, the families. And, I just want you to know that we understand. Anybody who's ever needed you, they understand. You got what you're doing now is just hard as hell to deal with, even psychologically.
But he's talking about picking up 100% of the cost of all of it.
Wow.
I mean, that's just amazing.
Yep.
So, thoughts and prayers going out to everyone involved. Former President Donald Trump's company, the Trump Organization, and its CFO, Alan Weisselberg, were charged with tax fraud on Thursday.
Oh, boy.
In what prosecutors called a sweeping 15-year scheme orchestrated by the most senior executives at the company. The Trump Organization and Weisselberg are accused of conspiring to pay senior executives, quote, off-the-books compensation, in which tax wasn't paid, including rent, car payments, tuition, etc. Weisselberg was claimed to be one of the largest beneficiaries who allegedly hid nearly $1.8 million in this type of compensation from tax authorities. Trump himself wasn't charged, but prosecutors noted he signed, some of the checks involved in the case. The more serious charge against Weisselberg carries a prison sentence of 5 to 15 years, and the Trump Organization could have to pay a fine of double the amount of unpaid taxes. Now, the case could also make it harder for the company to get bank loans or make deals. Both Weisselberg and the attorneys for the Trump Organization pled not guilty.
Wow.
Attorney General Merrick Garland announced last night that he ordered a temporary stop of federal executions while the Justice Department conducts its review of its related policies and procedures. He said the Department of Justice must ensure that everyone in the federal criminal justice system is not only afforded the rights guaranteed by the Constitution of laws of the United States, but is also treated fairly and humanely. That obligation has special force in capital cases. Under former Attorney General William Barr, the Justice Department resumed federal executions in 2019 after a 17-year halt and carried out an historic run of executing 13 people in 6 months near the end of former President Donald Trump's terms. The Supreme Court's conservative majority yesterday upheld voting limits that had been imposed in Arizona, overturning the lower court ruling they found that were discriminatory under the Federal Voting Rights Act. The 6-3 ruling said the state's restrictions on who can return early ballots and another person or refusing to count ballots cast in the wrong precinct aren't racially discriminatory. The Federal Appeals Court had found the measures disproportionately affected Black, Hispanic, and Native American voters in violation of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, but Justice Samuel Alito wrote, the majority of the state's interest in the integrity of the elections justified the measures, and voters face, quote, modest burdens at most. He wrote that showing a law disproportionately affects minority voters isn't enough to prove the violation of law. So basically, they're going to uphold the voting limits.
Okay.
My thing is, this is just me, it should be easy to vote. In this day and age, they should make it the easiest ever. It should be an app. You know what I mean? Like, it should be...
I've never had an issue. Like, I already think it's easy.
Yeah, it is, but I think it's...
You have your ID, you sign up.
Well,
they send you a card.
We all know there's flaws. We've talked about it many times. There's flaws.
There is. Yeah, nothing's perfect.
And you even said your vote and being counted and all that. But I don't agree that it should be like hard to vote or like the old school filling out paper. Like, I don't know. I just think that counting ballots in the paper is old school.
Is old school, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, maybe even getting up and going and waiting in line is old school.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean, maybe it'll change.
That's why I say everything now is electronic, and
I
that's the way
know.
it should be, because this new generation coming up ain't going to get up. First off, they're not going to fill out a paper ballot and mail it in. This new generation coming up, just forget it.
Mm-hmm.
That's off the table. So
Right.
it's I agree to make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you can do to make it easier than it already is. If you think it's easy, great, make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
If you think it's convenient already, good, make it more convenient.
Mm-hmm.
That's the world we live in.
I kind of like going, though.
Yes.
Do you? I don't know.
Yes, I think it's cool to go and get a sticker and you do all that.
the whole
Yeah,
thing.
but we're old school. Our kids aren't going to go.
But I take them with me.
Yeah, you do now. But
I mean, even when they were little. Like, they know what it's like to go to the voting booth and get your sticker. And, like, I took them with me. All of them.
most of the Gen Zs
And maybe not
aren't
most
going to
of them
go.
don't do that. I know that.
Yeah, they're not going to go.
Yeah.
In 10 years, people aren't going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we go, it's mostly like our age and older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's up to us to teach them.
It is, but they're not. That's the thing.
Well,
We do.
yeah, we do.
Go. We make it a big deal. I'm like, hey, I'm going,
Yeah.
you know. And, you know, but it's got to be easy. Can't make
Maybe
it
if
harder.
I mean, I don't know. We've always made it a big deal.
Yeah, then that's what I'm saying. But and Prince William and Prince Harry reunited briefly to unveil a statue of their mother, Princess Diana, on what would have been her 60th
Yes.
birthday. And if you guys saw any of this or not, here goes. I don't know if there's any audio here.
They put their differences aside.
I don't know what kind of audio is here. Here they go. They're unveiling the statue there, Princess Diana. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
I guess that's all the audio you get, but there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hear all the paparazzi there, all the cameras going.
yes. Jess, you got a couple local stories.
Yes. So the Delaware State Police are asking the public's help in locating a man wanted on multiple criminal charges. Police say that 26-year-old Aaron Jenkins of Greenwood is wanted on criminal charges stemming from incidents that happened in March and May of 2021. He is currently wanted for third-degree assault, terroristic threatening, and theft under $1,500, and theft by false pretense. Anyone who has any information on Aaron Jenkins and his whereabouts, please contact DSP Troop 5 at 302-337-1090. Also, the Delaware State Police are investigating a crash that killed a Seaford man early Thursday morning. We are told that the crash took place just after 3:30 a.m. on Scotland Road in the area of Ross Point Road east of Laurel. The car was driven by an 18-year-old Seaford man. It was traveling northbound on Scotland Road near the intersection of Ross Point Road, approaching an S-curve in the road. As the vehicle entered the curve, it veered off the east edge of the roadway. The driver swerved to the left, re-entered the roadway, then swerved to the right, causing the car to veer off the west edge of the road. The vehicle then slid sideways down a grass embankment and hit a tree on the driver's side door. The driver was reportedly wearing a seatbelt but was pronounced dead at the scene, and identification is pending notification of next of kin. Sad, sad, sad. Also, police in Wycomico County are asking for the public's help in locating a missing person from Parsonsburg. We are told that Lauren Lewis was last seen approximately at 10:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June the 29th, at her residence at Wastegate Road. Anyone who has any information on her whereabouts, please contact the Wycomico County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division at 410-548-4891.
Okay. 648. It's a Bill and Jessica show. Here's Young Blue, Chris Breezy, 2 Chainz. Good morning.